2 days ago, I won a 10K race wearing the world's first carbon-plated sandals. Mad. And the race is at about 4 minutes 30 into the video. But actually, how I even got to that point and how the sandals even came to exist, that's even more bonkers. Well, my interest was piqued by watching videos where other runners on YouTube race or even break world records wearing Crocs. And as intrigued as I am, I'll never wear Crocs, just not my bag. And a little known fact about the holes in Crocs is that that is where your dignity leaks out. I'm joking. But then we head to the Konkan half marathon in January, and unbeknown to me, a company called Ving, which is Thai for run or running, had flown a Kenyan runner called Barnabas Kiplimo over to Thailand to break the world record in carbon-plated sandals. I actually found out as Kiplimo steamed past me with about a kilometre to go and he ran a 2:18 marathon. What? I reached out to Ving, and again, as luck would have it, they were holding a meetup and a tryout of their knee runs, which is what they call their carbon-plated sandals and basically means infinity or endless, in a local park to us. So before I ran in them for the first time, I had a couple of questions, and who better to answer them than Wei, who's the owner and founder of Ving. So firstly, why am I wearing socks?
Because when we run in the sandals, the foam cannot, what does it call? Dry yours.
Yeah,
That's
mix the
why.
sweat
And
away,
it's gonna get a slipper if you get wet by your
Yes.
sweat.
Yeah,
So
if you've ever stood in the sea with sandals on and then tried to walk out, they're slippery, right?
Yeah,
so
but
this
for
wicks
socks
the
it can
sweat.
prevent from that, and it's still we designed a special sock, so it still get a breathability and it's still cool. Yeah.
And what about the thong bit? Surely that hurts in between the toes.
That's no problem. Even you wear this for the first time, I think you know that. So someone feel it's gonna be hurt, but this one is not cool. It's very soft, very tender.
Yeah.
Tender as the A5 beef. Anyway, it's still very strong too for this material. So you can see that we don't use any outsole. We don't use the rubber.
Yeah.
Because this foam is very strong, so we can cut off the weight from the outsole.
Yeah, what is the weight of the sandal?
For 39 is around 160 grams.
Wow.
But for your size, like 37 is around 137.
Wow.
Super light.
Yeah.
Super light.
Feels so light.
For 28 is 44 is around 177.
Okay.
Still very light for the big size.
So it was time to take them on a test run myself with Simon, who is Wei's advisor at Ving and an ex-Olympic triathlete himself. And the story of how the sandals came about is so interesting. It actually came from Wei's own marathon experience where his shoes fell apart on him in a race. Not one to give up easily, he ran to the nearest 7-Eleven and bought a pair of cheap flip-flops to finish the race in. But he thought that there had to be a better option. And the idea of the carbon-plated sandals were born. So after the easy running that we did in Lumpini Park with Wei and the Ving guys, we thought we really need to test these out in maybe a little bit of a punchier environment, like a training run where I go a little bit harder before I give this 10K a full send. And luckily, when we were at the Buriram Marathon, we found Wei and the Ving guys. They had a stall there and they were able to give us each a pair of the knee runs. So here we go. This is what they look like. Hang on. This is what they look like. We know that the material for the thong bit at the front is a different kind of material on the toe. It is very soft there. This is quite robust at the back here. And here, can you see there? That is the carbon plate that sits inside these sandals and gives them that little edge that the Ving guys think that they have. So it'd be interesting to see how these perform in training, which I'm going to do in terms of a bit of a punchier session, and then it's time to racing. Well, full send, 3:22 for the kilometre, and I had to stop twice for dogs, and they felt fast, no slippage. So yeah, that's an encouraging sign. I'm not going to run that fast during the 10K, that's for sure, but it's encouraging to know I can run that fast in these sandals. I'm going to be honest with you, I was hoping for an easy ride this morning. I was hoping for one of those situations where you turn up and there's not many people, hopefully not any fast runners, and I just get to cruise and see how these sandals go. But there's people running past us now. Like, there's some good runners out here. So yeah, it's going to be a different ball game to what I thought it was going to be, put it that way.
So the plan was pretty simple, really. It's see how the carbon plated sandals do under race conditions, and then race the people, not race the course. And by that I mean, let's see who's around me. I want to stay near the front of the race, but I don't necessarily want to completely end myself if I don't have to. So if no one goes with me at the start of the race, then I will just make sure that I do enough to win. If I have to really push myself just to try and get near the front of the race, then I have to do that as well. It was more about seeing who was on the start line and then judging it from there. I wasn't feeling great, if I'm absolutely honest, so I didn't want to push myself over the edge into oblivion just before my holiday.
So I'm actually at about half marathon pace, even a touch slower, but I'm in the lead. So I'm just going to play a tactical race because I don't want to blow up. 3:43 for that first kilometre, following the motorbike. If anyone comes past me, I'll just try and hook onto them. If not, I'll go at this pace. Second kilometre, 3:42. Yeah, just in around high tempo zone, not in threshold, which is quite nice. No one behind me either, just this. Motorbike ahead. The aim today is winning, not a time. Another 3:42. That's 3 on the bounce. Heart rate still mid-tempo zone. Quite a healthy lead, so I don't need to push. Save something in case someone has a really strong negative split. .340 there, so ticking away. Heart rate is rising. High 170s now. My threshold's at 184. So still got a little bit of wiggle room. Another 340, 18:28 for the half. Not too bad. Considering I'm not being pushed, I'm not racing anyone, I'll take that. Heart rate high 170 still. 3:39 there. Now we're getting up near threshold. Just got to hold on for 4K. Dog in the road. .341, kilometre 7. Now it's really starting to hurt. But 3K, hold on. I don't think there's anyone else near. Famous last words, obviously. 3:41 again. 2K to go. Really holding on now. Obviously, I didn't hold back by accident. .340, last K now. Okay, go dark. At my absolute limit now. 700. There we go. Gonna be in the 36s. Just. Convincing in the end, but I didn't know that. I was worried about negative splits and everything, so see what kind of a day Mary's had. Just gonna wait here. This is the finish line here. We're at 39, not in yet. Here she is, following the bike, the lead bike for the females, so she's won overall there. Here she goes. Big finish, man, well done. I'm home now and it's the afternoon. I've had a little bit of time to decompress. I've had a little bit of time to kind of get my thoughts together after the race, because I wanted to just give you an honest assessment of how these performed during the race. And I'll be completely honest, I'm under no obligation to say positive things about these sandals if they really didn't work for me. And you know what? Clearly they did. I'm thinking back to just during the race, and I don't remember a single time where I felt like I was wearing either flip-flops or sandals. They felt every bit as good as Alpha Flies. The only time I think I thought anything different is when I was going around corners towards the end of the race, and maybe I was sweating a little bit into the socks and it was just a little slippery at the bottom of the sandal even with the socks on, but you know, not enough to make me feel like these are completely unstable or anything. And of course, I have that to show for it. You know, it's not my fastest 10k, but it's also not my slowest, and I won the race convincingly. So if you ask me, would I wear these again? Would I wear these in a race situation? Yeah, I think I would. Would I wear them in a marathon, at a marathon major? No, I don't think I would, and not because they're not good, but because I know what I'm getting with the Alpha Flies. I love my Alpha Flies, and they're part of my kind of marathon race day prep and process, and I wouldn't change that. But there's definitely areas of my running where I'm going to be wearing these sandals a little bit more. So yeah, the Ving knee run will be available soon across the world. I think they're not completely available now, but I'll put all the links in the description to the video. And if you liked the video, then you're definitely going to like this one, which was the half marathon that opened my eyes to the possibility of these sandals. And also when Barnabas Kiplimo just steamed past me like I wasn't moving, wearing the sandals. And also don't forget to subscribe so I can help you some more on your journey and help you fulfill your awesome potential. Right, see you next week. Thanks for watching.